Hey, what's up, everybody? So, I hope you guys are enjoying your Valentine's Day, President's President's Day weekend, whatever. That was on purpose. President, that was intentional. So, I just shaved my head again, so no gray hair would be showing. My face is starting to clear up. My acne is starting to clear up, but hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. So, as a fan of the WB, I'm still trying to process this whole loss of James Van Beek. It's a huge blow. And you know that face, that crying face that made James famous, that put James on the map, that crying seed that put him on the map. That's how we all are. And we're still like, insert that face. Um, yeah. That's how we all are right now. So, so what this vlog is about is, yeah, I had it in me the entire time, you know, everything that, whatever it took to make Grandma and Papa proud of me, I had it in me all along. It took me, you know, until I was, until I'm in the situation I'm in right now to finally understand and finally get. I'm smart enough to know that it was in me the whole time, but you know, I was wasting time telling everybody how mean my grandparents are, how mean my parents are. You know, no, just no. That's not it at all. You know? And I know I'm 10 years behind in growing up, but I'm finally becoming a man and a better man for it. But the difference between everyone else losing their grandmother, losing their grandfather, is that I knew I was never gonna make my grandfather proud. I knew I wasn't gonna make Grandma Mary proud. And those of you with your college degree, you know, and you suddenly lost your grandparents, you thought your grandma and your granddaddy were proud of you. You thought so, didn't you? Huh? Laughing at me for it. You don't see me laughing at you. You laughing at me because I made you feel unsafe. I mean, I apologize for that. Yes. And I hope if your dream is to have a proud grandparent, I hope that dream comes true for you. I'm letting that shit go, you know. I did have a proud grandparent. It was Grandma Minnie. But I don't have that much memories of her, you know. My memory's been slowly slipping away since Grandma Mary died. But I did have one proud grandparent. The only proud grandparent I had was Minnie Louise Price on my mother's side. LOL. I mean, I remember I remember Grandma Minnie, but and besides, Grandma Minnie didn't care whether she was 70, she was in her 70s. She had a couple more grandkids in her 70s. including my god brother, Jared. But there's only one grandchild she did not get to meet because she died a year before he was born, Harris Jr. He was born 9 months after my grandma passed. He was born May 2008. My grandma died August 2007. Yeah. And, and when I think about my situation, the price memories are always going to outweigh, I understand grandma and papa loved me, but and frankly, I'm proud to be a Kenner too. You know, and now I see I should not have ran away to Grand Centurion's pool. All I had to do was do whatever I was supposed to do. And when I had nothing nice to say, all I had to do was put my two lips together and stop embarrassing and disappointing the Kenner side of the family. I think the reason why my grandparents got, sick is because of me. Grandma Minnie was healthy. But Grandma and Papa, they had the condition. No, Grandma Minnie fell, and that's a whole nother conversation for another day. And my mama, she was there. But at least Grandma Minnie did not disown me like Grandma and Papa did. And she still got my back in heaven. Unlike Grandma and Papa. But at least I know what it's like, to be betrayed, to have for someone to go against you, the way I went against my parents. Now that it's over, I'm still gonna be supportive, I'm still gonna be loving. I've grown up to understand that not everything's about me. I'm going back to school. The main reason, really wasn't focused, my head wasn't really into schools because I was so hurt over the energy, and the pressure of, how disappointed Grandma and Papa were in me, and how much stress and pressure it was to just make them proud. So, I find it frankly easier to just disappoint them. I'm much happier now. Besides, it's okay. One out of the three grandparents were proud of me, okay? Of my biological grandparents were proud of me. That's all I need. One out of three. And then, I thank God for all the adoptive grandparents who kept that feeling going of being at grandma's house at Grand Centurion's pool. A lot of them may be with the Lord already, but hey, at least I know that they got my back. And especially Grandpa Carlos, my man, Janet Horton, Carol Grosso, and they met Grandma Minnie in heaven, and All of my adoptive grandmas that passed, Marianne Martino, Sandra Ann Murphy, Sally Dooley, they all like my biological grandma Minnie. They all like Grandma Minnie. And I can feel it. And I understand why. Well, she's the popular girl in heaven, you know. You know, and Aunt Cynthia and my Aunt Lynn, they're with Grandma Minnie right now. You know, everyone likes Grandma Minnie. You know, I am healing, and you know, and nothing about my mama's side. My brother Kenyatta, the eldest. You know, he's my best friend. I said it before. I was gonna say it again. He's my best friend, and nothing anyone can say or do is going to try and dissolve that friendship. The Kenyatta and I, we always gonna be close. Especially saying that he's on the price side. My godfather, my mom's little, my mom's little brother. Yeah, he's my godfather. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'll talk to you guys soon. Go Birds.